Welcome to Sistahs Place Entertainment Showcase this Saturday afternoon. We have joining us Samantha Joyner. Welcome to the showcase.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, you are so welcome. It is a pleasure. So tell us about your latest novel, Stepping Out of Hell with High Heels On.
Sure. Well, Stepping Out of Hell with High Heels On is a book about a male and two females that every time they meet someone, they're meeting the same type of person. They're meeting someone that's not good for them. So I get into the relationships of online dating, and I get into the relationships of different dating ways and how they continue to keep meeting the same type of person. It's always a different person, but it's the same type of person, and how they learn to step out of hell and dealing with hell all the time, how they end up stepping out of hell with high heels on. Or the male is actually carrying them out of that spectrum. In my books, I like to write, I lift up males. In a lot of books, men are being bashed. So I try to make them look good and lift them up, because there are some good men out here.
Yes, there is. Yes, there is. So what inspired the title?
What inspired the title was in writing my other book, The Woman Cheetah, What She Won't Tell You I Will, and The Woman Cheetah, Making It Do What It Do. What I found out was a lot of people, and going to different talk shows or traveling around doing book signings, they kept talking about, oh, man, it's hell finding a good man, or it's hell finding a good woman. And I would hear that all the time. And I was like, you know what, then it's time for you to step out of hell. And then that's when I sat down and I was writing it, just writing about the different things and the different ways of relationships and how they go. My mom was riding with me one day, and she was, we was talking about the new book, and she was like, boy, people need to learn to step out of hell. And when she said that, I was like, I like it. And she was like, here you go, taking my title. But then the high heels was just being able to step up. High heels meaning you're stepping up, stepping high. When you're stepping high, you're feeling good about yourself. You're doing good things for yourself. And that's why the title came into Stepping Out of Hell with High Heels On.
Okay. It jumps out at you, for sure. So is there a message you want your audience to walk away with after reading Stepping Out of Hell with High Heels On?
Of course. Behind all of my books, there's a message. And in this book, I want people to understand that just because you're looking for love in all the wrong places, there's love out there for everyone. But sometimes we have to do some soul searching of ourselves. We have to learn to first love ourselves before we can love anybody else.
That's so true.
And then another thing is, a lot of times we're looking into relationships. We're looking, and sometimes you don't need to look. You just need to ask God, look, I need you to send me and specify what you're looking for, and let God put that in your life instead of you always trying to search. Because I share my story with people. I'm on my third marriage. My first and second time, I went out picking the wrong things, but when I allowed God to step in and put me in the right relationship, and I stepped away from trying to do it myself, everything worked out all right, and I was able to step it on out and not have to worry about Mr. Wrong, but Mr. Right, or not worry about Mr. Right now.
Absolutely.
So that was the purpose of why I want people to kind of get a lot from this book, that you can find love, but first you got to find yourself.
Absolutely. I totally agree with that question. With that answer. So who are some of your literary influences? Name three.
Well, Michael Basin is one of them. Michael Basin helped promote my first book. He kind of pushed me to it. I went to a writing that he had done in Charlotte, North Carolina, and he wrote the book, Why Men Cheat, Never Satisfied. And I tell him, well, women do it better. And he said, yeah, but a lot of women won't write about it. Are you bad enough to write about it? And I did. I did. So he is one of my favorites. Elin Harris and Terry McMillan are both my favorites. And the reason why I named these three people, because I write just like them.
Mm-hmm.
When I read a book, I want to be able to relate to what's going on in the book, not just read a book. And with their books, you can relate to what's going on, and in my books as well. You can relate or know someone that's dealing with something about in these books.
Okay. So how can our audience learn more about you and find you on social media?
They can find me on as author Samantha Jackson on Facebook, or Samantha J at JYNRSAM on Twitter. You can also find my books on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, or Books A Million. Just type in Samantha Joyner under Amazon, and all 3 books will come up.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for sitting down with Sistahs Place today to talk about your novel. I will find you myself on social media and tag you when the audio uploads in 2 to 3 days.
Well, thank you, Latrice, for having me, and I've truly enjoyed speaking to you all. And, again, you can find me on Facebook under author Samantha Jackson.
All right. I'm going to find you, too.
All right. Well, thank you.
All right. Have a good day.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.